Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title, this is gonna be my first night shift, and so I wanted to document it for you all. So it's been a little while, and I will give you all a little house tour and stuff, but right now you can probably tell that I'm back in Trey's apartment because I'm all moved in now and we're married. Yeah, I have done a few things to the room. I'm still waiting on a chair to go into the bay window that's right in front of me. But tonight is my first night shift, and so I wanted to try and document that. My husband Trey is actually taking me in just to help, he just volunteered to take me in tonight and then pick me up in the morning, which I thought was really sweet of him. So I just thought I'd document my first night, and you guys can see the routine that I'm trying to get into. So right now I'm wearing my Figs charcoal gray scrubs with the straight skinny leg bottoms and the cute little like blue waist tie, and I put on just a little bit of jewelry, not a lot because I don't typically wear a lot of jewelry. And I have my new wedding ring. The band is so pretty, and the ring itself is tanzanite, which is special to me because tanzanite's usually mined in East Africa, so it had a lot more special meaning to me. So yeah, you guys can come along. I don't know how much footage I'm gonna get, but I'll at least talk you guys through my night. So tag along. So this is what I'm bringing with me. You guys have seen this lunch bag before, but I have a ginger ale just in case I get nauseous for some reason, which I shouldn't, but I always take one to work with me anyways. The Silk almond milk, which is dark chocolate, and I love it. I've got two cutie oranges. I always take a spoon with me because I'd rather not use the plastic spoons and throw them away every time. I've got a kind oat and honey bar. I brought some trail mix with me. I love these little like snack packs that Trey's mom got us because they're reusable, and that way I don't have to use Ziploc bags. And you can actually even use them to heat food up in the microwave, which I thought was really cool. And then a peanut butter and apple butter sandwich. And the apple butter, shout out to my mom, is homemade, so I can't wait to eat some more of this. And that's really all I'm bringing tonight, just to snack on. I've already eaten dinner, which was breakfast. Trey was really sweet to make me like breakfast for dinner. So I ate some turkey bacon and eggs and a bagel. For those of you who don't know, we got a pet bunny. His name is Momo, and yes, his name is based off of the lemur from Avatar because he's got great ears, he eats a lot, and he's quick like a lemur. He's pretty small. He's not full grown yet. There's my hand. He's about 4.5 months old, and he should be almost full grown by 6 months. So he's a sweet guy. He just kind of hops around the place, and he's free roam. We do have a playpen for him because he's not totally potty trained. But we try to keep him out as much as possible so that way he can run around. But usually Trey's here when I have to go to work, or I'm here when Trey has to go to work, so he gets out pretty frequently. But when we're both gone, we usually keep him in the playpen just so he doesn't hurt himself. But he uses a litter box, and he'll stand up on his hind legs and look out on the window because our porch has a little chipmunk visitor who comes at least once a day. It's been kind of rainy today, so hopefully he didn't get washed out of his home out there under that bush. But Mama likes to peek his head out and look at him. Oh, you can't come back here. Sorry. Welcome back to my channel. As you can tell, I'm in my car that has not been washed yet. I just haven't had any time to go through a car wash or get it washed off yet. And part of me doesn't want to take off the just married paint and stuff, so I thought it was really cute. This is actually my second night shift because I was in gray scrubs yesterday. Now I'm in my blue Karen wear scrubs that I really like. Basically, it's my second night. I didn't get a lot of film last night, so I'm going to try to get some more tonight, and depending on what I get and don't get, I'll just talk about and cover later. So you guys can come along with me to Dunkin' Donuts so I can get my coffee fixed for the evening. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon.
Welcome back to Dunkin'. Would you like to try a large iced peanut butter swirl macchiato today?
No, thank you. Could I do a medium vanilla latte with just 2 shots of vanilla?
Did you want it hot or iced?
Hot, please.
You said 2 vanilla.
Yes, please.
Anything else?
And with almond milk.
Okay.
And that's it.
$4.86 at the window.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I've got my coffee fix. You guys heard my order. A little bougie. Uh-oh. I can't let it escape. I need every last drop. I have found one perk to working nights so far, and that is great parking. I actually got the first floor of the parking garage closest to the stairs / elevator, so that's nice, and I hope that continues. So other than that, my first night was actually pretty chill. Wasn't too much going on. I honestly feel like most of the ICU patients we had were more like floor patients, and in the morning a lot of them did get transfer orders put in to go to the floor, so that way we can make room for more surgical patients and post-op heart patients. So I'm hoping that tonight, since they did at least 2 or 3 surgeries, that I might get a post-op heart. Usually at this point they'd be extubated. I could be one of the ones to extubate them, but I'm hoping that my preceptor and I will get a post-op heart, and that way the night will go by just a little bit quicker. Yeah, so far that, and I woke up at 1 p.m. today, which I got 5.5 hours of sleep today, which is more than the 3.5 hours that I got yesterday, so I'll take it. I definitely woke up really early and was able to run and pick up a delivery that we got at Target, which I'll show you guys later, and clean up the house just a little bit, and actually just take my time getting ready this morning, listen to me, evening, do my devos. I made dinner for Trey right before I left, so that way he has it when he comes home. But yeah, I think I'm liking night shift so far. It's kind of hard, the sleep schedule. I am very much a morning person, but last night wasn't too bad, and we ended up staying really late the night before. But then the night before yesterday, before my night shift, we stayed up really late and went and watched a really late showing of the new movie Dune, which is totally worth watching. So we shall see how tonight goes. My routine that I'm starting so far is I usually drink this coffee, and then somewhere between midnight and 2 a.m. I drink my next cup of coffee, and I just sip it throughout the whole night. That way I don't get a huge high and then I crash on caffeine. I just kind of steadily sip it throughout the entire night, and that seems to help. So we shall see how it goes. Here's my Target order that finally came in. I got this really cute Magnolia Holmes chair and an ottoman to go with it. And then I moved my bush to that corner just because I thought it was cute. And I got that pillow from Hobby Lobby too. So yeah, I don't know if you can tell. I've got some drawings that I did up there, but this is our bay window, and it's definitely my new favorite place to do my reading and enjoy some coffee in the morning and just kind of slowly wake up or read a book in the evening. So yeah, I'm obsessed with this chair. It is really, really comfy. Hey guys, so it is a couple days later. I'm back in my house, and I had my first 2 night shifts, and then yesterday I had a hair class that I had to attend. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about how my night shift went. Since I didn't get too much footage on the job, I can at least give you guys an idea. As far as what I've been doing, It's no different than the last video that I uploaded, which was Day in the Life of a ICU Nurse, which I will link in the description box below. But the routine is different. So I was lucky enough that on my second night, I got a post-open heart patient who was not yet extubated. So I got some more experience with that, which was great. I had the sweetest little old patient too. They thought that once I got them extubated that they were getting ready to go to surgery. And when I told them that the surgery was over, that the breathing tube was out, and that it was time to start the recovery process, my patient was almost in tears and was like, oh my gosh, thank you. For some reason I was confused and thought my surgery hadn't happened yet. I guess I don't remember hardly anything that happened because of the anesthesia, but you're like my favorite person for telling me that surgery's over and now I can just sit here and relax without the breathing tube, because that can be really irritating. So anyways, I'll talk about that night first, and just really briefly, I got to work. The routine typically goes, you get your report, and then you go and assess your patients. And if you have 2 patients, you start with whichever one is unstable. That way you can know what's going on. And I only had 1 patient, so I got my report, did an assessment, and then went in, saw that he was still intubated, which meant that we needed to work on the extubation process. It had been slow because the patient had like an allergic reaction to something with no previous history of an allergic reaction. So we were slow to extubate because we wanted to make sure that they could still breathe on their own once they were extubated, and we didn't want to do that too early. So the doctor called me as soon as I got to my shift, and I had assessed my patient and asked like, hey, give me an update. What do you think? Does this person need to be extubated yet? And I said, yes, I assessed them. There's no signs or symptoms of the inflammatory response that had happened, and no signs and symptoms of anaphylaxis or any kind of allergic response. Their tongue swelling had gone down, which once again was a huge risk factor for taking the breathing tube out and blocking their airway. Patient was semi-awake. I turned down their sedative so I could kind of assess their neurological function better and see how alert and oriented they were. I talked to the respiratory therapist. They turned on the vent settings and were like, yeah, this person's breathing on their own basically when I turned down the vent settings, so they can sustain their own breathing. So the doctor gave me an order for a steroid. We were able to give it and get him extubated. So it gave me more practice to talk to the doctor. It was before he went to bed, and luckily I didn't have to call him all that night. I still have yet to call a doctor on night shift, so hopefully it'll go well the first time that I have to do that. Anywho's, and then the rest of the routine goes, typically you give your meds, you bathe your patients at night. We do all of our baths on nights since our patients are focused on walking during the day. And we usually only have 1 aide to do all the walking, so we would rather them focus on walking than on baths, and then the night shift aide can focus on baths instead of walking. Give the patient their meds, walk them 1 more time if necessary, and then you basically just let them sleep and then assess them throughout the night. And if there's another med during the night, you give them that as well, and then you just sit down and chart for a long time. So there's kind of quite a long pause I've noticed at nights compared to the day, because you want your patient to sleep and recover. But for my patient, since he was awake and just extubated, I was in and out frequently assessing chest tube output, making sure that he was comfortable, that he wasn't too sedated or anything like that, managing pain and things like that. So anyways, that is how it went. And then when the morning came, we got the okay light to take out the big swollen gans monitor that was in. So I was able to pass that on along and report. Usually my end of shift routine goes making sure that if I'm almost out of a drip medication, so like a continuous IV infusion, not like an antibiotic that finishes in 30 minutes to an hour, something that's constantly going to help with like heart rate or blood pressure, I make sure that I have an extra bag for the next shift. I empty out my urine output and chart that. I mark my chest tube so the next shift can see where the total ended and compare that to what I've charted. I get all my infusion inputs, so how much fluids on the continuous fluids that the patient got, and I chart that. I do like one more assessment, and then I get my report ready and put together. So that is how it went. And in terms of eating on nights, I really just ate my sandwiches on nights and then snacked throughout the rest of the night because I didn't find myself terribly hungry, but I knew I should probably eat something to keep my energy up. So that's how it went. Comment down below if you want me to eventually make a video when I've had a little bit more time and experience on how to handle night shift. I've bounced back to days, so instead of staying on that night shift routine like some people do, I've actually flipped back to the day shift on my off days. So if you guys want me to talk about that and talk about how to handle night shift and prepare for night shift, leave me a comment down below, and also like this video so that we can help the algorithm, and I know that that's content that you've enjoyed seeing. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.